Good evening, everyone. My name is Sue, and I hate video games. Tonight is probably the, I'm gonna guess, second to last part of Joe Deaver's Lone Wolf, the video game where you are the hero. And shit's getting real, or at least... book. It's getting book. How's everyone doing? I see Bad Road, Mox, Christy. Press any key to get closer. Oh, I pressed any key and we are getting closer. It is not, capturing. That's good. I sure am glad OBS is good and not at all always broken. Yeah, that's good. I sure like that. OBS, that you're not broken. Not gonna... Apparently Lone Wolf will not do... game capture anymore, so that's beautiful. Here, I've got a solution, it's fine. Form 1600 by 900 and turn it on, and there, all fixed. Why does OBS's capture work less every time I update it? This is not good. OBS, what are you doing? What are you doing over there? Exactly. And thank you, Christy, for that bot quote. You resolve to deal swiftly with the Gorgas and the Gyox as soon as Nanrak is locked inside his cell. You rush into the antechamber to catch them unawares. Blah blah blah. We went through this last. Greatly improved if he releases the Nanrak. Oh right, this is the big long fight. I thought we finished this. I thought we finished this fight. I guess not. Right, bread is magic. Much like friendship, bread is magic. Let's see. Sure, we can eat this roast fry Earl, or I guess this meat soup. There, now we're at full health for this. Hey, Andy. Shit. We don't have anything else, really. I have a feeling that the reason that we didn't finish this the other week probably has to do with the fight being overly long. Yes, yes. We can stun 2 out of 3 of them. We can't stun the Gorgas. Good. Alright. Good. Fuck off. Down at 372 HP. Beautiful, really. And game over. That's why we didn't finish this. Because we've wound up in an impossible situation. Alright, good place to start. Yeah, just put it on easy. Aren't impossible situations great? This game's difficulty is garbage shit. Alright, you don't all have to pose. Jesus. What are you, fucking Power Rangers? Okay, good. Good. And we're gonna drink this real fast. Then do this. And then get started on actually hitting stuff. Let's see, we can sunder its armor. Then we can be like, fuck you. And then we can be like, nah, but I said fuck you. And then, finally, can be like, continuously fuck you. Finally. That'll do it. Oh, how much HP did I each have? 2,000? I think I can damn near finish one off with a SummarSwerd right now. I can do. Alright, no, that's a bit lower. There, now it shouldn't be fighting with my voice. Excellent. Alright, that's 2 down. I can't do shit now, huh? Yeah, I knew more were coming. They don't stop coming. Ow. Rude. Ow. Rude. Shit. Rude. Still rude. Stop being rude. You motherfuckers. Survival. Knock this fucker out. Beautiful. Beautiful. I wish there was an easier way to regain stamina quickly. This cost $350. Ah, I was at $349. Yeah, you're gonna die now. I didn't mean now, good lord. Instant fucking taneous, like he's voice activated or some shit. Alright, let's hurl a thing. Oh. I didn't know I could do that. Huh. Not my intent. Don't know if that actually accomplished anything. There we go, now you're stunned. And you're all covered in chains and shit. Oh no. Nah, you're good. You're good. You get to live just a little longer. Here, let's summon Puppy, since the turn's about over. Nom. Now you're bleeding, too. Perfect. Truly, 'tis a good day. Come on, I just want the next sword attack ready. Perfect. You're gonna die too now. Isn't that great? Here, I'm just gonna backhand him. Just so that I can do this. I could have just let him bleed to death, but then I wouldn't have been able to stab him afterwards and suck all the delicious blue juice out of him. Achievement unlocked, Thinking Ahead. What is that for? You have disposed of the prisoner yourself. Okay. Here, I thought it was for doing something good. Stuns all enemies, can only be used... Oh, it's just another powder flare. Although the fight was bitter and brutal, and Leander was nowhere to be found, at least you've dealt with several enemies that would likely have followed you. Better to slay them now than run the risk of having them come after you at a later time. You retrace your steps along the corridor and return all the way back to the start of the dungeon level. The blue juice... No, that's the purple stuff. See, anywhere else to go? No, just the one destination? Excellent. Shit. Alright, let's fight. Ooh, puppies. Now I'm bleeding. That's not cool. Rude. Pop you on your nose. Let's see. Let's do this one. Honestly, my criticals aren't that much more powerful than my regular attacks. A little weird. Alright, let's master this, shall we? I think this... Yep, you've mastered a technique. You're damn right. Don't even have to use it. The practice all comes in the build-up. And finally... Really? Fucking A. That's alright, just do this. You're good. You missed. What are you doing missing? Oh, I should have counterattacked. Silly me. Well, that went pretty well. You make an arch with the blade of the SummarSwerd, which inflicts divine fire damage to all enemies caught within the arc. Now cripples all enemies. Ooh. And we got more stuff. I like stuff. The widest passageway from the hall is lit by oily torches that are fixed in iron brackets to the cold granite walls. You peer along this arched tunnel and see in the distance a stone staircase that spirals upwards to the level above. It could be that Leandra is not being held prisoner in the dungeons after all. Such a valuable captive may have been taken directly to the commander of this tower. If this is so, it's unlikely that you'll find him or Leandra down here in the dungeons. Well, let's go up. Up seems to be the way to go. You reach the spiral stairs and begin a cautious ascent to the level above. Soon you arrive at an archway at the top of the staircase where you stop and take cover in the shadows. Beyond the archway is a large hall that contains piles of Bronnin looted from Rockstarn. A muscular Dracarine blacksmith is shouting orders at a party of Gyaks, commanding them to convey the Bronnin to an adjoining chamber that's lit by the fire of an open furnace. It is here that the stolen Bronnin is being melted down and forged into weapons and armor. There are two great doors by the large hall, and both of them have been secured by heavy beams of timber, reinforced with bands of studded iron. The larger of the two doors is the main entrance to the tower, and the other commands access to the upper levels. If you're to reach the next floor of this enemy stronghold, you must cut across the hall and enter the furnace chamber. Therefore, you draw your weapon and get ready to attack the unwary enemies that stand between you and your goal. Alright, so we can resort to mind over matter to scatter the Bronnin across the room. Make your way past the heaps of Bronnin and approach the Gyaks while they're busy and distracted. Or focus on the Drakkar in order to dispose of him first and cause the Gyaks to panic. Ooh, that's a tough one. This seems like what we should do, though, because using disciplines is almost always the correct decision. Whoops, fuck, I clicked too soon. You summon your Kai power of mind over matter and cause several ingots of Bronnin to rise up and whirl around the hall with ever-increasing speed. The Gyaks are shocked by this sudden and unexpected transformation, and many of them are struck and injured by these flying bars of precious metal. You seize the initiative and attack the enemy before they fully recover their senses. Alright, here we go. That's whoops. Hi there. Let's summon Puppy. That's always a good start. Always. Puppy go om nom. And the little guy dies. Just gotta do that damage. Ooh, there we go. I suppose I can also stun him. Though I probably should have waited to see if anything else would join the fight. Especially since Puppy's gonna attack right away. And unstun him, but now he's double bleeding. Which is twice as good as regular bleeding. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Mox. Awoo! Always a woo. I mean, you'd think it'd just be a given at this point. Metal Puppy. Okay, bye. Damn. Rude. This again? No. Down. Down. Drop it. Here, now you're on fire. Probably should have stunned. Hey, Riz. Alright, survival. Okay, bye. Should have thought more about how I was going to use my survival. Alright, regain a little bit extra. Cut that out. I'd cut it out. Oh, shit. You're not cutting it out. I'm just saying, they really should be cutting it out. Are you summoning another puppy? No, you're just enraging both puppies. There we go. Alright. Here we go. Let's do some damage, let's make some noise. Beautiful! Hey, Xenon! Alright. Good stuff. You enter the furnace chamber. Standing over an anvil with a hammer and tongs in hand is a tall young man with distinctly Somlending features. I thought it was Sommerlending. He is clothed in a ragged shirt and trousers, partially covered by a heavy leather blacksmith's apron. He turns to face you as you approach him. Strung around his neck is a beautiful piece of Sommerlending jewelry, crafted from fine silver. His face has a gaunt and haunted look. Gyak na! Hail, sir, he says in Gyak. Apparently, he assumes you're a Drakkar, and he addresses you with their foul language. His misty eyes wander as he speaks, as if he's incapable of holding a steady gaze. When he speaks again, however, it's in your mother tongue, Sommerlending. His words are poorly pronounced, as if he is struggling to recall the language he once knew well. Do you want me mend something? How I help you can? You go straight to the point in order to find out if this man has sided with the enemy, or you can't but be suspicious of this man, but you approach him calmly. I mean, I'm assuming he's a prisoner, judging by the fact that he can't make eye contact. You choose not to answer him directly. You're pondering the question of how this man came to be here. The blacksmith seems completely unaware of the battle that was fought in the adjacent chamber. He displays no fear, despite the fact that you stand armed to the teeth in front of him. You don't look like one of Gunsar's servants, he says hoarsely. You don't look like a Drakkar to me. His mind is wandering and he seems incapable of comprehending who you are. Although it's clear that he's not spoken Somlending for some time, you're now certain that it is his mother tongue. You've come to put me in chains again. No, I'm not a Drakkar, you reply in as kindly a tone as you can muster. I am Lone Wolf. I am liege lord of your village and province. The man attempts to smile, but he is unable to control his facial muscles. His eyes roll and his lower jaw stiffens awkwardly. It's an unsettling sight. At length, you discover that his name is Grigol. He's the son of the blacksmith of Rockstarn. Oh shit! We've heard about him. He was captured by Gyaks in the Sunken Forest several months ago and brought here against his will. The cruel denizens of the Tog have since broken his will, and now he hovers precariously on the brink of madness. Only his skill at the forge has saved him from a torturous death. You're deeply moved by the sorry plight of this poor unfortunate wretch. While you're lost in these thoughts, Grigol begins hammering flat a piece of gleaming brawnin, repeating a haunting verse by himself. Hammer and tongs, he mumbles, are my only songs, are my only songs, are my only songs. Your heart is filled with pity by what has become of him. Clearly he has suffered greatly during his imprisonment in this foul fortress. Clearly Grigol is no longer aware of what he's doing here. All he knows is that he must work hard at the forge if he's to remain alive. He stops for a few moments and turns to look in your direction. It's as if he has only just seen you for the first time. Do you like my necklace? He asks. It is a very fine necklace, you reply. It's my mother's necklace. She gave it to me when I was... His voice trails away as he struggles to recall when he received it. It's my mother's necklace, he says again. He looks back at his anvil and he mumbles a new verse. Furnace and fire I must not tire, furnace and fire I must not... Then he becomes excited, and he asks repeatedly if you need any repairs. You reply by asking him if he wants to go back to Rockstarn and see his mother once more. He looks at you incredulously, and tears run freely from his sad and sorry eyes. My mother is gone. Now all I have is my work and my song. Griegel removes the silver necklace from around his throat, and he offers it to you in his trembling hand. His fingers are badly blistered from the fiery heat of the forge, yet he seems to feel no pain. He's beyond pain. His tormentors have inflicted more pain upon him than any man could possibly endure, and still remain whole in body and mind. Take my beautiful necklace, he insists. I have no need of it anymore. You may take anything you wish. I will give you all I can. Yes, all I can. Increases damage dealt, but reduces vitality. Griegel watches in silence as you bid him farewell and take your leave of this dreadful forged chamber. He tells you to return whenever you wish, and he will help you gladly. With heavy heart, you exit the forged chamber and climb a stone staircase that ascends to the floor above. As you make your cautious ascent, you vow to return and save poor Griegel once your mission has been fulfilled. Alright, let's buy and sell from this. You know, usually they have a reason as to why we're using money. Sell off some of this stuff. We're never going to wear any jewelry other than what we're currently wearing ever again. But stuff with cool names we're just putting in storage forever. The generic stuff we'll sell. Don't need throwing knives. Don't need axes. Storage. For leather and metal and shit. Not for meat soup. The meat soup stays with us. The meat soup stays with me, kid. Off. Garnet signet, there we go. Here, gotta repair some stuff. Especially the armor. Now let's just get a whole bunch of food. Because holy crap, are we going to need it? Probably should get some power flares too. And definitely get some bolts. There we go, a few of those. Is there meat soup here? No meat soup? That's lame. few of them. Them. And a few of them. Oh, I don't need more of those. I have 25. Alright, that should do us for now. Oh wait, there's a new mace here that I should have thought about. That's alright. Just a second. Let's... Do I have other stuff to sell? Could sell some bread. As your amulet. Yeah, that can be sold. Sell off some of these elixirs too. Bonus Edie. That's poison. Just meh. That's buyback, right? Yeah. Don't need to be buybacking anything. And sell off these finest throwing knives. Alright. Sacradamus. There we go. Alright. Let's take a look at how powerful Sacradamus is. That is... Okay, that's nice, but that's not what I'm here for. What kind of place doesn't have meat soup? Exactly. We've got Smitor. We've got Convertor. This is more powerful than either of those. Just right off the bat. 4 strength. Alright, let's put it in the front hand. And put Smitor in the backhand. And that should increase our damage a little bit. Now we can sell off Convertor. My love for you is like a truck. And then we can see about upgrading. Good stuff. Sell. Convertor. Upgrade Sacradamus. We need 2 oak. Upgrade. The next level requires... I thought we had Brawnin. No, we have Hardened Brawnin. Shit. Totally different. Y'all, Brawnin and Hardened Brawnin, totally different things. There's no way we'll be able to afford this, so let's move on for now. Sure, one's hardened. That's true. You got me there. The stairs lead you to a hall above that feels abnormally cold after the oppressive heat of the forge chamber. In the middle distance, you espy 2 hulking Gorgas and a cowering Gyak. They're gathered around a Chianti chest. The Gorgas are goading the Gyak to open it. In the creature's claws, you can see a Chianti cube. Clearly, the Gorgas have the means to open the chest, but they're reluctant to do so themselves. Their hands are too large to manipulate the cube, and they're wary of what may happen if they should attempt the task and fail. A Vordak glides into view from the shadowy darkness behind them. It hisses malevolently. It is greatly displeased by their ineptitude and lack of courage. He tells them something in Sibilit? Cybergyak. Sibilate, I guess. That is of great importance to the success of your mission.
Gunsa es naroknar hakon tuges dortok agas hakon zirantos as gunsar aga gotsen jet kirkatsen nub hakon nag kogvitag.
Gunzar is waiting. Dark Lord Hakon is coming. Sibilant, okay. Broken into individual syllables. Oh, I've never heard that word before. He will give Hakon the prototype, and Gunzar wants to examine the Chianti relics before Hakon arrives. You can move across the room to try and get a clean shot on the Gyak and its cube. You wait for the Vordak to leave the room before you attack the others. Thanks to the Kai discipline of camouflage, you blend in with the shadows and approach the Vordak. This is a bad idea. Your Kai skill of camouflage keeps you hidden from sight of the Gorgaz and Gyak. Unfortunately, it does not keep you safe from the Vordak. It has detected your presence, yet it cannot locate your precise position. It glides past, and you rush towards it from the rear to land a heavy blow in the middle of its back. The Gorgaz and Gyak react with horror when they see the Vordak stumble forwards. Ferociously, they come rushing forward to save their fell master from your second strike. Ooh, that is a pretty mace. Alonzi. Apparently, yes. What the fuck? It kept going after I succeeded. Oh shit! Oh, that's so lame. Oh, we're dead. We're just dead. I'm still on easy, by the way. I forgot to switch it back to normal mode. So, good. Very glad for that. I'm not sure why I'm not getting... I should have had it been different, because I need to actually restore my HP and such. I'm not exactly sure why... my brain. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh right, why do I not have the ambush here? I explicitly got the ambush. Well, this is just game over no matter what, even on easy mode. Fuck! Oh, I see. There was another swipe downwards after. This is asinine. Sure, I'm glad there's a way to grind for stats in this game. Oh, wait. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Don't you fucking tell me. Oh, thank God. Thank fucking God. It did save our shop stuff. Let's actually rest at the inn. Yeah, I have no idea why it's not giving us the ambush on that one after it specifically says we got the ambush. Like, that's really cruddy. Alright, skip ahead. Now, is there any way we can avoid fighting, 2 giant lizards and a wizard at the same time? Shit, what about King Gizzard? I guess he's the boss. Yeah, let's just wait for the Vordak to leave. It is not gonna let me just shoot the cube, as great as that would be. Oh wait, yes I can, never mind. Let's see what happens. You move across the flagstone floor to get a clean shot at the Gyak. Unfortunately, the Vordak returns swiftly to the hall before you're able to do so. It has detected your presence and it is determined to kill you. Its sudden reappearance stops you cold in your tracks. The Vordak... Oh, that's even worse. That is significantly worse. Oh, fuck. And once again, I don't get the ambush. Oh, this time it's the Gyak in the middle instead of the Vordak, though. So maybe better? Certainly not a lot better. Neither of them can be stunned either, so that doesn't help. Survival. And charge up my sword. That'll heal me to full at least. And then some. Both at 2201, alright. Alright, I can take out one of them at least. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, I see you, buddy. Doesn't mean I like you. And finally, I guess we'll use Wolf's Edge to hopefully not die. Wound up not needing it. Which, good. Now, I think Vordock are immune to stun. But they are not immune to being on fire. Alright, now we go camo briefly. And just hit him real hard right in his bony face. Yeah, he's immune to stun. That's good to find that out without any risk. Is he immune to poison? Yes, he is immune to poison. Not ideal, but not a deal breaker either. Bye. Well, we won. No bones about it. Oh man, look at all that loot. This is gonna weigh a skeleton. You step away from the bodies of your slain enemies and wipe the battle sweat from your brow. The Vordock is dissolving into a bubbling pool of corruption on the floor nearby. They do that? You hadn't mentioned that before. Usually it's just the jewel falling to the floor, but apparently they melt. I'm hitting your funny bone, huh? I don't have a follow-up joke for that, my friend. You take care not to go near its fetid remains. You're surprised to find another Chianti cube here in the chamber, although its presence is not entirely exceptional. You recall that Saratar possessed one just like it, and there were others that you encountered in the sunken forest deep down in the old hot spring mine. As you approach to examine the cube, it begins to hum and vibrate. Moments later, your own cube starts to vibrate in sympathy. You are not expecting this. Both cubes will explode if you do not act quickly. Alright, so we cannot master this discipline. Grab the cube from the ground and throw it away, or carefully manipulate the facets of the new cube in order to neutralize its power. Let's do it! It was very humorous, oh very nice. Let's puzzle! Cautiously, you pick up the cube. You've learned how to deal with these accursed artifacts, and this one should be no exception. Unfortunately, in so doing, you make a fatal miscalculation. Your own cube becomes rapidly unstable. Suddenly, both explode with tremendous combined force that blows your body to atoms. Death is mercifully quick. Tragically, your life and your quest end here. Alright, so, that's Lone Wolf, the video game where you are the hero. That's the end. Alright, this time let's not do that. Alright, pick it up and throw it. Run! Hurriedly, you snatch up the new cube and hurl it at a window set high in the wall of the hall. It sails through the opening and falls to the base of the tower below. There is a dull boom when it explodes harmlessly outside. You've avoided being torn apart by the unstable cube, but you've not escaped injury. The cube burned your hand before you threw it and has left the skin on your palm painfully blistered. Well, it's too bad I dual wield. We're fucked. With your enemies slain and the cube no longer a deadly threat, you're able to examine the Chianti chest in relative safety. You possess the means to open this sealed container, but do you wish to do so? Time is pressing and your mission is urgent. Perhaps it would be best to ignore the No, it's never best to ignore the chest. Always be looting. Alright, let's take a look at this. We're going to be very careful with it. Okay, we need to be able to pull up the upper right corner. We need it to be able to pull out and away. Is this right? I do this. And do this. No, that's not right. Unless... No, that's not right. How about this way? No, that's not gonna do it. There's that. I think it's got to be probably this one? This way? No, that's not it either. It's relatively close, though. Problem. Relatively only matters in sports. Oh, not quite. Go smelters.
Go smelters.
Cannot do that voice. Did I just do this? Yeah. Well, that's not gonna do it either, is it? Alright, so it can't be this. That's not gonna get me the right shape. Unless, no. Gotta think about the section at the back. It can't be this side whatsoever. Actually impossible. It's got to be this side. Neither the front or the back. Possibly this side? Try this. I don't know, I don't think my brain's up to this sort of puzzle tonight. Like, less so than usual. This is not sinking in. Why is that not able to go outwards? that would separate it. Huh. That's pretty close. That was very close. Means probably nowhere near is the problem. Because that's the type of fucking puzzle this is. Can't be like that. No, that can't do it. That can't do it either. I don't like how it resets the rotation of the cube when you do that. That's so garbage. Makes it so much more confusing. It's got to... No? Once again, that's really close looking, which means I'm really far off. Fuck it, we'll just take the damage and go. I'm not gonna be on this all night. I keep being like one square off. Okay, just explode, please. Thank you. That is completely different from what I was doing. As expected. Your wits enable you to succeed. Where the clumsy yak and its cowardly masters have failed. Carefully you lift the heavy lid of the Chianti chest and peer inside. Fortunately, it contains something that may prove to be very useful on the mission ahead. We got a war gourd. We got some walnut, some leather, and some Voldo elixir. Mindful of time's swift passing, you make a swift check of your weapons and equipment before you search for an exit from this hole. You ascend a chiseled stone staircase that leads to a second floor of this dark fortress tower. A wide corridor leads away from the top of the steps into the gloomy beyond, dimly lit by sputtering braziers. As you warily advance, you encounter no resistance, and you know in your heart that this can't be good. As bad as your feeling about this place may be, you must proceed onwards. When a black silhouette emerges in the distance, a tingle of apprehension runs down your spine. The seemingly empty chamber harbors deadly dangers after all. The silhouette is that of an imposing Dracarine warrior clad in heavy armor and wielding two great swords, one in each gauntleted hand. A strange amulet dangles from a chain around his neck. You've never met him before, but there's no doubt about his identity. This is Warlord Gunsar. He's been waiting impatiently for you to arrive.
Run, take Jek Okat Echo Lutsan Akiamaz.
What took you so long, Lone Wolf? He growls in Gyak. Normally when they say Lone Wolf, it spells it out.
Ran Okak Tuzmok Ok Es Dandon Echo.
You have tested my patience. He utters a chilling laugh filled with hatred and disdain. Then he whistles a shrill note, and immediately a pack of doom wolves appear from the darkness behind him. Puppy. He whistles again, and the fearsome beasts come loping toward you with their slavering fang-like jaws, fang-filled jaws wide open. They are hungry for the kill. It's puppy time. The wolf you rescued in the dungeon answers your call and appears at the top of the steps behind you. It comes running swiftly to your side, eager and ready to fight the onrushing doom wolves. Your companion may be outnumbered, but it has regained its strength, and it manages to repel their assault. And now it's your turn. Well, I think we'd better restore all of our everything real quick. Because otherwise we are 100% going to die. Oh, that's some nice armor. This looks like a guy you'd fight in, like, Dark Souls 3. Okay, but no, seriously, he looks a lot like a Dark Souls 3 mini-boss. Of course he's fucking immune to it. Looks like what's his fuck from Demon Souls. I know who you mean, but I can't think of the name either. Yeah, the prince. Ostravan, I think that's right. Ostrava. Even moves like someone out of Dark Souls. And a few good hits. Oh, interesting. Even while stunned, they... Oh no, they're unstunned already. That didn't take long. Alright, camouflage. Let's backhand him. Oh, I see. I have to stun them in order to hit him. That worked for... That does not work for crossbow bolts. So that's good. More dots, more dots. Where are the fucking dots? Let's see, we can finish off this guy. Probably summon another one right away though, right? Oh, very threatening. I'm scared. See me shaking over here? Oh shit. That's fine. I still got most of my MP back. Oh shit, that doesn't actually reset that. I forgot. Yeah, there's more. Fuck. I'm gonna assume he just wasted a turn doing that, though. And now everyone's on fire. Ah, double bleeding, my favorite. See, if this was Dark Souls, that fire that he's on would be his special attack. Ow. Rude. Shit. Should actually be watching the fight, huh? It's drinking time. Okay, bye, puppy. I'll miss you. I wonder how many you can summon. Oh, it's not ready yet. Doesn't need to be, but you know. Nowhere near enough. That's fine. I can last one more round. I thought I could last one more round, now I'm terrified. Huh. Well, that was a lot of nothing really, really rapidly. Scissors? Really? You're attacking me with scissors. Fuck you, dude. Seriously, this guy? Fuck this guy. Oh! Is that the end? This is the first time this has happened. Is that the end of the game? We've never seen an in-combat cutscene before. Did I just die? Huh. The Doom Wolves have been slain, yet Gunzar, although defeated, remains upright and boldly defiant. He snatches the amulet from around his armored throat and points it toward you. In broken Sommerlending, he spits out a rebuke filled with spite and retribution. You may think you have learned the secrets of the Shanti Temple, but such hollow vanity will serve to seal your doom. Not even your accursed Sunblade can save you now. Achievement unlocked. What doesn't kill you? And with these words ringing in your ears, he unleashes a blistering blast of energy that leaps from the magical amulet and hits you squarely in the chest. No, I hit him in the chest. Winded by the tremendous force of the impact, you stagger backwards and lose your grip on the hilt of the SummarSwerd. Your divine blade tumbles through the air, blade over tip, and hits the granite floor point first. With a screech of sundered stone, it embeds itself upright in the center of the marbled flagstone. Ha! Exclaims Gunzar triumphantly. The power of darkness extinguishes the power of light. Thus shall it be forever so! Very clever. Okay, I guess that's the end of the chapter. We're still leveling up. Chapter 2. Dawn over Vatog. Alright, let's take a quick BRB and we'll be back in just 3 or 4 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Alright, we're back. I just had a Cadbury cream egg. Those things are pretty good. They're smaller than they used to be. There was a big thing about that a little while ago. A couple years ago. Where people were like, huh, these seem like they're smaller than last year. And Cadbury was like, no, you're just imagining things. But people still had cream eggs left over from the year before. It turns out they didn't just disappear. So Cadbury got in trouble for that. If they just admitted they were making them smaller, I don't think anyone would have cared too much. Right, Cadbro, right outside of trying to remember how to pronounce that in England English. Lancashire? Something like that? Alright, let's continue. So, you might be able to hear a car alarm going off. That's the 4th time today. Dawn over Vatog. A few kilometers away from Worcestershire. English mostly say the first syllable and then let the rest tumble down a hill. Speaking of tumbling, you tumble through darkness unending, a spiraling descent into a chilling void. Gray shadows swirl and engulf you as you plummet. Ghostly images without resolve whispering in voices you cannot fathom. Is this sleep? Are you dreaming? Is this death? Is this the real life? Is this just after a seemingly endless fall? Abruptly, you're jarred awake. It's a violent rousing that shakes you to the core and leaves you feeling dizzy, aching, and nauseous. When at last you get your bearings, you're insensate, on your knees and staring wide-eyed into impenetrable darkness. You see yourself, or your surrounds. What? The fuck did I just read? You cannot see yourself or your surrounds. I'm guessing that means surroundings. The air is icy cold and stale. The only sound is that of your labored breathing, echoing in the dark. You try and reach for the SummarSwerd, but the sheath on your back is empty. Then you see a dim light radiating in the black mist just a few feet away. It's your sacred blade, plunged into the ground. You sigh with relief as you retrieve it, but you cannot remember how you came to lose it in the first place. Shapes begin to appear, as if an ashen light were very slowly returning to the world. Everything is cast in deep shadow, but this place is so familiar you recognize it at once. You have awoken in the courtyard of the Kai Monastery. Somehow, be it in a dream or dark magic, you've fallen through oblivion and found your way home. But this place feels nothing at all like home. So if this is considered to be book 31, this is a hell of a way to approach the end of it. There is no, we were actually looking into getting the original book series, and I would stream that over time. That's 30 books. And, cast and chill, please. We were thinking about getting those, but the problem is they go for like $30 to $60 to $90. They're very expensive because there have not been any recent reprints. But this place feels nothing at all like home. There's no comfort here, no warmth. The air hangs heavy and cold, and the ground is scattered with the blackened ashes of your betrayed order. Very expensive, Douglas. Exactly. The ruined walls bring back memories of death and destruction. Only you now remain beneath a starless sky. Try as you may to rebuild this place and restore the Kai, it lays bare your darkest dread. This place is a shrine to the chilling fear that you will always be alone. Lone Wolf! You're so enmeshed in your past, in everything you've lost, that you do not realize the words have been spoken aloud. At first you think perhaps you said them to yourself, a subconscious admission that you truly are your namesake. It is only when you hear your name again, this time closer, that you look up to see the one who's spoken it. Lone Wolf. The figure before you is but a silhouette, a moving shadow shrouded in blackness. He is dressed like you, shapes like you. His voice is a whisper that sounds like yours would do if all humanity were drained from it. It resembles how you feel. Lost in the darkness, the emptiness, the cold, a soul-numbing tide of anguish and loneliness washes over you at the sight of the figure, threatening to drown what little remains of your light. Reaching to its side, the silhouette draws its weapon and levels it at you. It says nothing. No words are needed. As it raises its arm to strike a killing blow, a simple truth becomes crystal clear. You must rise up and fight for your life or be slain by your own nightmare. The Shade is challenging you and won't back down. You attack. The fight cannot be avoided, but you don't want to throw yourself blindly into the fray. You don't master this discipline. I'm preparing myself. There is no reasoning with this creature. Whatever you face, it seeks nothing less than your total annihilation. It is the antithesis of you, drawn out of the darkness, seeking to drag you away into nothingness before you awaken. Instinctively, you bring your weapon up and block a blow that would surely have killed you outright. Your silhouette doppelganger steps back in surprise. You retreat a few steps with your weapon at the ready, without knowing what this thing can do, or how skilled it might be. The best course of action is to draw it out. If this dark wraith is allowed to make the first move, you may learn how to defeat it. You taunt it to attack. The shadow lashes out, striking with swift and skillful thrusts. You'll have to fight this creature if you wish to regain full consciousness and remain alive. Alright, let's do it. Let's kick its ass. Fuck it. My own clone, etc. Oh, it's got lame weapons, too. Ooh. It's not immune to stun, holy shit. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, we're good. Oh, it's immune to poison. That's an interesting choice. Alright, Sunburst. You have mastered a technique. You're damn right. Just knock it the fuck off its feet. Oh, I'm taking damage when I hit it, too. Survival. It still had 498 HP. Why did it die? Did it regain health when I guess it regained health when I regained health from hitting it. And now Sunburst hits the enemy, then inflicts fire damage over time. More dots. More dots. The last strike finishes the shade, dispelling it like a sundered cloud of virulent black vapor. As it bursts apart, you feel a sharp pain deep inside your torso. The shock of defeating the creature reverberates through your body and soul. Overwhelmed, you shudder and collapse to the ground. Falling forward, the pitch-black sky begins to swirl and gather speed. Suddenly, the abyss comes crashing down. In what feels like your very next breath, you awaken with a start and gasp in surprise. Now your surroundings make sense when compared to where you were first driven unconscious. You're in a small stone room. Rancid flax is scattered all about and gray lichen grows between the cracks in the rocks. This is a dungeon cell, your new abode in the Black Tower of the Tog. A porcine snort and the sound of vicious laughter catch your attention. Beyond the barred door to your cell, a thick-bodied Dracarum jailer is staring at you with cruel gray-green eyes.
Ha! The Kai Lord wakes! Not so fearsome now in a prison cell, are you, toothless wolf?
You understand enough of the brutish man's tongue to translate his insult, but his words are not what immediately commands your focus. Beside him, on a stained table, you see several pieces of your gear. Your pack is there, open and spilled out with no care given to its content. Adding insult to injury, the foul Drakkar is holding your weapons. He toys with them, trying to find the best way to break them in front of you. Oh, I don't get the option for mind over matter? Camouflage to blend in with the shadows of the cell, okay. Or let's bash open the door of the cell. That should scare him real good. Being trapped in this cell is just as daunting as the idea of being free but weaponless, with all the denizens of the Tog alerted to your presence. You have to get out, and the only thing between you and your freedom is the cell's barred door. Risking everything, you throw yourself at the door to try and force it open. The construction of the cell door is surprisingly strong, and try as you may, you cannot break the lock or dislodge its hinges. The jailer does not stand idly by and watch as you do this. With your weapons in hand, he charges your cell and attacks. Clutching the door, you have no time to react before he smashes your right hand hard enough to shatter bone. Every time I pick something that's supposed to give me HP, it's awful. Trapped and in agony, you retreat deeper into your cell. Although you hope to heal up and bide your time, your hope is in vain. Long before your jailer gives you a chance to escape, the Warlord Gunsar and Dark Lord Hakan arrive to pay a most unpleasant visit. Tragically, your adventure in your life and Jesus Christ. So, up until now, up until this chapter, we'd run into no automatic game overs. And now that's 2 in a row. That's so weird. Alright, fine, we're gonna use camouflage. Being trapped in this cell is just as daunting, yada yada. Thinking quickly, you stare intensely at one of the items on the table behind the jailer. Just as you had hoped, he turns his head to gaze at what it is you regard as so important. The moment he's distracted, you dart to the side of the cell wall and hide amongst the shadows. With your skills of stealth and camouflage, it comes as no surprise when the Drakkar turns back to face you and sees you're gone. He curses loudly. Automatic game over is how you say difficulty and choose your own adventure. There you go, that's exactly right.
He could not have escaped, he growls.
He unlocks your cell door and charges in, his jagged blade held ready. It avails him no protection when you slip out from hiding and hook one arm around his broad neck. One swift jerk to the side and a violent twist of your body is all it takes to snap the Drakkar's neck. That's also an automatic combat win for the first time in the game. With the jailer dead, you're now free to escape from your cell. You retrieve your belongings as quickly as you can. Although you regain your pack, all of your special items, your clothes, and your weapons, there is one thing that is glaringly missing: the SummarSwerd. When Gunsar unleashed the power of his Shanti amulet upon you,
You were smashed to the ground, and the SummarSwerd went flying out of your hand. You remember the sight of it sailing end over end through the air before plunging point first into the desecrated ground. The SummarSword's enchantments would never allow the fiends of the fortress to touch it, much less wield it. With that in mind, Kai's greatest relic may still be where you left it. If this is true, you have no time to lose. Even now, Gunzar's forces will shortly be trying to neutralize the SummarSword's defenses and capture or destroy your divine blade. What better tribute to offer their master Hakan than the weapon that slew Zagorna, either whole and bound, or shattered and forever rendered useless? With this terrible thought foremost in mind, you turn to leave the dismal dungeon. You do not get very far before the sound of booted footsteps halt you in your tracks. More enemies are approaching. Dev's getting a little lazy near the end of the game. That could be it. Thanks to the discipline of animal kinship, you'll look for allies that can aid you in the fight. Puppy time! You do not have much time before you will be caught down here like a rat in a trap. Let's summon the rats. You need to cause a distraction, some way to turn the tide in your favor now that you're deep inside the belly of a Tog and denied your greatest weapon. The thought of rats gives you an idea. Okay, you reach out with your mind, looking for what you know must surely be here. This is a dungeon after all, and what dungeon would be complete without a pack of voracious rats? Finding them, you make mind contact and call upon their assistance. Feeling how much they hate the denizens of this place already, you have little trouble turning their aggression upon the approaching guards. You watch as your enemies come into view and are immediately caught up in a swarm of biting, shrieking, angry rodents. By the time this vicious wave subsides and scurries away, there is nothing the gnawed and bleeding patrol can do to stop you from attacking first. Oh, that's lovely. Oh look, they actually removed the SummarSword from the combat model. Let's see, you probably want to... Well, let's start out with a powder flare. And then just take them out one by one. Oh, apparently taking bleed damage removes stun. I hadn't realized that. That's very strange. Good night. Tink. Down. Got a little extra damage in there. Knock him over, I guess. And sure. This is fine. And we got potions and shit. With the last of the patrol lying dead at your feet, you move on swiftly. There's no time to pause if you want to recover your lost blade and finish your mission here. You must retrieve the SummarSwerd and Gunsar must be dealt with. Neither task will be an easy one, of that you can be certain. Oh good, we can go back to the shop. Upgrade our mace some more. It should be safe enough to meditate here. Well, let's hope. Yeah, it's good, it's all good. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, didn't get jumped. It was nice. Oh, let's see. What can we sell? We can sell the War Guard. Anything else that sells for a lot? Eh. Alright, what all did I need for... First, let's, repair. Don't even need to repair it, but I'm gonna anyway. Sacrodamus. 3 Bronnin, 1 full grain leather, and 2 Ruinon teak. 3 Bronnin. Two Ruinon teak. And what was it? 1 full grain leather? I hope it's just 1. Excellent. And make it leveled. Upgrade, make it +2. Here we go. Let's level it up. Ooh, and then we already have the stuff for the final level, but not enough money. Almost enough money, so we can just sell a couple things. We'll sell some fungus? No, we'll keep the fungus. How many of these do we have? 25 finest. Well, let's just sell off these superiors. And that's enough. We got this. Level up. Hell yeah. Kite Man. And I suppose now we can continue. Relics Storage Chamber. Aw, come on. Rude. Oh, never mind. It's part of the story. I thought I was being jumped. You walk along a series of corridors in this area of the dungeon, taking agile steps through halls and passageways that seem remarkably well maintained for a fortress dedicated to the Darklands and supposedly razed years ago. The rebuilding efforts here have not been for naught, and whatever else one might say about the warlord Gunsar, he runs his warband with brutal efficiency. This realization does little to bolster your flagging confidence. Neither does the sound of the ceiling shifting above you. The stones creak noisily as they grind one against the other. As well built as this new Vitag appears to be, the pulse of disruptive power that tore through Abysmal when he died appears to have wrought much havoc. As welcoming the idea of this place crashing down may be, having it do so while you and Leandra are still inside would be a tragic way for your mission to end. There's nothing wrong with the first Bubsy game. I wouldn't say that. It's not horrifically bad like the rest, but I wouldn't say there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a great game by any stretch of the imagination. You employ your survival skills to avoid the lethal consequences of another tremor. You see a sturdy iron bar in an adjacent room and use it to prop up the ceiling, or with no hesitation, you run across the corridor before it's too late. Let's use our survival skills so we can survive. Didn't say it was great, I said there was nothing wrong. Again, I wouldn't say there was nothing wrong with it. Rather than just keep running, you slow down and take a moment to listen to the tremors in the stone above you. You pause long enough for the ceiling to shake again just as violently as it did before. Then slowly, you start counting. When the next tremor begins, you stop until it finishes shaking the tower, and the sounds echo away into silence. Repeating this a few times gives you a good idea of how powerful the stone quakes are and just how far apart they're spaced. Armed with this knowledge, you press on. Proceeding with caution, you make your way down the creaking corridor. The tremors are alarming, but hopefully it's safe enough for you to continue onward now. You have little time to waste, but something intriguing catches your eye. A sealed door, far better constructed than the ones you've seen so far, is located in the side wall of the hallway. The ceiling here seems stable enough, although you know that it cannot last for very long. If you wish to examine the door, you'll need to do so quickly. I love examining doors quickly. It's my favorite thing. Mind over matter. Let's just shatter the door instead of picking the lock. That should be quicker, right? The door looks too thick for you to muscle your way through it. Fortunately for you, your strongest asset is your mind. Your mind can move what your physical strength cannot, provided that you're able to focus and project your will with precision. Staring at the door, you clear your thoughts and press forward. For a while, the dense wood resists your psychic might, but once you find where it is weakest, you flood the door with shattering thoughts and watch as it bursts inward. You enter the small room. Kindling is scattered across the grubby floor. Here you find several crates, a pair of thick oak barrels, and a hanging bag filled with useful supplies. Kool-Aid Man method it is. None of that is great. I mean, we did find the ultimate knife scabbard. That'd be great if we used knives. With the storeroom now looted, you must press onward without further delay. The stairwell leading up to the first floor of the talk must be somewhere nearby. You must ascend if you're to have any chance of recovering the SummarSwerd, finding Leandra, and confronting Warlord Gunsar. Resolved to the tasks ahead, you press onward with renewed haste. The first floor of the Black Tower is no more hospitable than the last time you were here. Signs of the battle you fought in this chamber still remain. Deep gouges in the stone and black bloodstains on the broken floor. But that's not all that lingers here. A large war party of enemies lies in wait for you, their eyes keen for the fight, and their weapons poised to shed your blood. Although they're clearly here in case you attempt to escape, none of them know precisely when or if you'll do so. You can hear them snarling and chuckling cruelly amongst themselves, speculating on how vulnerable you must be now that your cursed blade of the sun has been stripped from you. No one has spotted you yet, and that gives you the advantage. But it's a fleeting one. Already you see a gyak near the stairwell. Nervously, it sniffs the air. These creatures have a keen sense of smell, and you feel sure that you're about to be discovered. You provoke the enemies into attacking you, eager to prove that you're not vulnerable at all. Or you don't want your enemies to grow too confident, and you seize the initiative. They may think you're weakened without your SummarSwerd, and in some ways they would be correct. But you were killing this kind of Darkland rabble long before you ever held Kai's Divine Blade in your hands. You did not need to defeat them then, and you do not need it to defeat them now. Now for this motley, miserable... Not for this motley, miserable crew. However, they're numerous, and their sheer weight of numbers could assay your doom. Seizing upon your rapidly fading chance at surprise, you wait for the best possible moment to attack. Finally, you secure the initiative when you rush at the lookout that's about to give you away. Let the battle commence. Do I have anything to restore that MP real quick? Yes, I have mushrooms. Oh, that's stamina. Bread is magic. Bread is magic. My Little Pony, bread is magic. Just eat like 2 whole fucking loaves of bread, it's fine. Just like Subway tells us, it's healthy to eat 2 entire loaves of bread. My lonely wolf, breads are magic. Perfect. Alright. First things first. Now we take them out one by one. Beautiful! Puppy time! Give him the old nom. We'll just let the round end. Oh, never mind. It's cool. Can just take this guy out in like one hit, right? Ow! Once again, rude. Okay, bye. He really doesn't stick around long most of the time.
Alright, if I backhand him, that's probably enough. There we go. Good stuff. Parry just in case. Oh, come on. Would have taken him out quicker, I guess. Let that run down. Dodge. Yeah, of course you've got a fucking potion. Ow. Not cool. Ah. Totally not cool. Alright. Need that SP. Jesus! RNG! RNG! Can't counterattack this, fucker. What the fuck is going on with this fight? Hey, B. What an asshole. Let's just wait for the backhand to be done. There we go. No problem. Lone Wolf's Joe Deaver. Ooh, more delicious chicken. Though they outnumbered you greatly, you've slain the entire welcoming committee that was left for you by Warlord Gunsar. With so many soldiers having been committed to the first floor, you can only hope that the path ahead will be clear for a while. This is a tall tower, and you do not relish the thought of having to fight to the death every step of the way. But before you can move on, you see something strange lying on the ground. One of the fiends you slew was wielding a crude mace. It's little more than a wooden grip with one end tied around a large, jagged stone. In the torchlight of the antechamber, that stone reveals itself to be a chunk of Bronin. It appears to be a very pure sample of Bronin, the like of which you've never seen before. Its color is rich and gleaming, its edges razor sharp, even though it has not been refined or shaped in any way. You certainly have other priorities, but you pause to snatch up the chunk of pure Bronin and tuck it away. The enemy's already shed the blood of many innocents over this mineral. There's no way you're going to let them keep this as a trophy of their wanton carnage. So that's Chekhov's pure Bronin, right? The way ahead now seems dark, strangely quiet. You've lost enough time fighting enemies and avoiding cave-ins. You need to press on without further delay. Chekhov's Chekhov, there you go. That's for when Chekhov has a Chekhov, you know he's gonna check off the Chekhov.
As you had anticipated, all of the forces on the first floor of Vatag were concentrated into that one group you encountered at the stairs. You find the next flight of steps to be devoid of guards, and you're able to ascend quickly. Upon reaching the second floor, you discover a chamber that looks painfully familiar. This is the room in which you battled Warlord Gunsar. It was here you were felled by the power of his captured Chianti amulet, and the SummarSword was shaken loose from your hand to impale itself in the flagstone floor. Looking around with eager expectation, your heart races when you spot precisely what you came here to find. Sticking upright in the floor where it landed, you see your golden weapon of legend. Unfortunately, you're not the only one who's here. As you feared, Gunsar has set a force to deal with the SummarSword. As you watch from the shadows of the stairwell, 3 shapes appear in the distance and come to stand before your glowing blade. 2 are clad in crimson robes, and you can see an unnatural light flickering eerily across their chests. They are Vordak. As terrible as they can be, the Vordak are not necessarily the worst of what awaits you here. The 3rd figure is a towering behemoth, an armored reptilian horror that stands nearly as tall and as broad as did Red Fang of the Gorgas. Together, these 3 enemies pose too big a threat to be attacked head-on. Your Kai powers are great, but against enemies like these, you will need to employ the kind of powerful magic that only the SummarSword can provide. I mean, it's the end of a Dark Tower. Yet to retrieve the SummarSword, first you must get past the Vordaks and their hulking Gorgas companion. If you're to deal with them effectively, you must retrieve your mighty weapon before you engage them in combat. You need a plan, and you need it quickly, lest you be discovered and overpowered a second time. Oh, right. The button! The button! You draw the SummarSword to yourself thanks to the Kai discipline of mind over matter. I mean, obviously. Achievement unlocked, whole again. Sometimes the most direct course of action is the best. You can move objects with the power of your mind, and the SummarSword is the God Kai's most treasured gift to the Sommerlending. These 2 elements will make the perfect combination. Reaching out with your thoughts, you grasp the hilt of the SummarSword and draw upon it. But the moment you call upon your powers, the Vordaks detect you. Shrieking in alarm, they urge the Gorgas to charge you. It thunders across the room, its great weapon cleaving and hewing the stale air as inexorably as it advances. Yet as fast as the savage beast can run, your power moves faster. The SummarSword streaks across the room like a blazing comet and comes to rest hilt first in your outstretched palm. Oh hey, there's color. The Gorgas roars above you, rising high on its hind legs before it comes crashing down. But now that the SummarSword is firmly in your grasp, you need only concentrate on rolling aside to safety. Your lightning-fast reflexes do not fail you, and the crushing blow of the Gorgas is wasted. It smashes uselessly into the floor, and you are sprayed with fragments of shattered stone and sundered steel. The Vordaks are close behind, as they are ready to attack, but the tide of battle has now turned. The combat advantage has passed to Lone Wolf. Combat advantage, you say? Did someone say SummarSword Sunstorm? Ooh, that feels good. Let's go camo and just beat him up real good. Good stuff. That's one down. Now let's suck on this potion. Oh, how I've missed it. And then every attack was critical. Yoink! Alright, gonna have to wait for the next turn now. Do not have enough stamina to do anything else. Ow. Mean. Shit. Regain all that HP I just lost. Alright, just gotta wait for it now. Ow. So mean. Alright, might lose this anyway. Not quite. Not right? Not right. And finish him. Crash Nebula on ice. Timmy Turner, my name is Lone Wolf, owner of the Lone Wolf Wolfadome. And we got Retributor. My love for you is like a truck. It just keeps happening. The Gorgoz lies in a sizzling heap, the thick flesh of its left side melting away in the pool of burning acid left by the first Vordok you struck down. The Vordok's crimson heart gem is rapidly turning to powder, having been cleaved in twain by your killing blow. The second Vordok is down, but is still struggling to survive. It has yet to transform into a mess of corruption and blistering bile. It glares at you, its inhuman eyes burning with pain and bitter hatred. You were never to awaken from... Its dying words are spoken in the dark tongue, the vile language that is employed by only the most powerful of Nair's servitors and minions. Although you learn to recognize fragments of the dark tongue as part of your Kai training, you were not warned of the physical and psychic pain this foul language can inflict upon humans in the confines of a close chamber. From the shadow sleep the amulet! Fortunately, the Vordok succumbs to its wounds before it can utter another foul word. Its body dissolves quickly into a viscous, caustic pool of foulness. You take a quick step backward, to stay safe from the vile-smelling residue as it spreads toward your feet. Having now slain the Vordok and their Gorgoz enforcer, you rejoice in the fact that you have retrieved the SummarSwerd and are now best armed to face the enemies in the higher levels of the Grim Tower. You are mindful that there is much still to do. Poor mad Greagle is likely still here. You should visit him again and see if there's some way to help the wretched smith regain his senses or at least escape from this terrible place. Leandra's location remains a mystery. Hopefully you'll be able to find and rescue her before it's too late. Although she disobeyed and rushed headlong into the Tog while you battled Abysmal, she is still a friend and a citizen of Rokestarn. It is your duty to save her if you can. But for now, you can only pray to God Kai that she is still alive. And perhaps the most daunting of your thoughts? You know that Warlord Gunzar is awaiting you. He defeated you once, striking you down during your last encounter. You sense that the time is fast approaching when you will be able to pay him back for that bitter humiliation. And next week we'll do just that. Very likely, next week will be the last stream of this game. It's possible it won't be, but I think we're close enough to the finish that we're going to end it next week. Schedule for the next week is tomorrow is Thursday. Alice will be playing Anodyne. Friday will be Katie with Press Any Key. Category is the planets. Sunday is Community Day. Monday is Christy with Did You Ever Decide What to Play?
I'm doing another tale.
Alright, another Tale art stream. That's going to be a blast. Tuesday will be Andrea with whatever Andrea decides to do. And Wednesday's back around to me with what is very likely the conclusion of Joe Deaver's Lone Wolf, the video game where you are the hero. Thanks everyone for all your support in whatever ways you choose to give it. And you should also give some of that support to our stream team, who are listed below here on the page at truck.community. They're in that little box marked stream team, and they are all great streamers who deserve for you to watch them do the streaming as well. Anyway, my name's Sue. I hate video games. Give my regards to the next frog you meet.